Hi, Daniel Katz here. In this tutorial, I'm going to explain how to create a showing grid. This is basically a grid that shows us in a single page the MLS number, the address, the listing agent's name, phone number, email address, as well as the showing instructions. This page could come in very handy when we have several listings to show to our customers, and instead of having to fumble through all the printouts that we have in order to get the listing agent's information, we could have this single page on top of all our paperwork, and it's easier for us to contact the listing agent so we can confirm our appointments and tell them that we're on our way. So how do we create this grid? We go to, in the results page, we go to the grid manager, which is this little icon here. We tell it to create a new grid. And in this page, we type in the name. This is the name for our grid. So we're going to call it showing grid, and I'm going to put the word example because I already have a showing grid. The way this works is our available fields, that will become eventually a part of our grid, are on our left side of the screen, and the ones on this side will be included on our grid. We can notice on the back here that the ML number, or the listing number, is part of our grid. So we select it and we just push the arrow to make it a part of our grid. We repeat this process for the other fields. So the listing agent's name, we start typing it down here, we'll find the field, and we make it part of our grid. The third field is the address. Actually, the address of the property is before, in our grid, is right before the listing agent's name. So I can highlight this field and push it up so the order is changed. Next, we have the listing agent's name and then the listing agent's phone number. So listing agent's phone number, or by abbreviations, agent's phone number, listing agent phone number. Let's try via phone number. Agent's phone. Here we go. We select it, we highlight it, and it gets added at the bottom. We need the agent's email, so we type email. Email address for the agent. We select it, we push it here, and lastly, the showing instructions. Those are very handy to have in this showing grid. Once we're done with the fields that we want as part of our grid, we click Save, and with this we have created our showing grid. We can close out of this screen. So how do we access it? Well, normally we start a search, and when we're done with all the criteria and we go to the results, we normally get our results in what's called the RE1 or RE standard grid, which basically looks like this. Once we have gone through all the details of all the properties and we've selected the ones we want to show, we basically select them, and let's say for the arguments of this example, these are the properties that our customer would like to see. We're going to go to the filter and tell the system that just display the ones we have selected. Now we have these as the properties that we would like to show our customers. And lastly, we're going to change the way we're seeing this results by selecting the showing grid example, the one that we just created. From this screen, we just need to print out that single page, put it on top of all our paperwork, and now we have a very neatly organized showing grid. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you.